I'll be calling you right. This is a very important video because I'm apprenticing the young apprentice from Austria here. You ain't from Austria, are you?
No.
You're Ogden, Utah. So they betrayed me. Here, give me my hat. My BL hat. So it's got to be on the building. Come on, come over here. You're pointing it to the ground all over the place. So this is important. This is the hammer and chisel I did this with. Michelangelo.
You can hear it from here.
That's okay. This is the hammer and chisel I did it with, Michelangelo. So I hung from a rope. They said it couldn't be saved. That's the 1905 Masonic Temple, Leslie Hodson's first. He was 21 years old when he did it. Pay attention. So I hand chiseled it. In the bottom of the pit, there were pits this deep. Everybody said it could not be done. One guy, I hung from a ladder. I had an apprentice. Well, I had my helper, Giacomo, Jerry. He stayed on the ground and just guided traffic. He was sharpening that one day, and I said, put your safety glasses on. What's the matter with you? And he was sharpening, and it went, hit the safety glass so hard it broke the glass. He had a stroke not too long after that. But they promised me they'd put a plaque. This is the hammer chisel that did it in 2009, right before I got cancer. Now, this is important. So, you want the hat, you said?
Yes.
It's hot, isn't it? So, that's it. Now, this is important. This is a Leslie Hodson masterpiece.
Leslie Hodson did this?
Yeah.
That explains why it's so nice.
I did all the work on the Ben Lomond, restored that too. But they promised Bernie Allen and Randy Richards, they were going to condemn it. They were homeless living in it. You know, it's one of the most important buildings in the Western United States, maybe the most important besides the Salt Lake Temple. Both Franklin Roosevelt and FDR were in there. The World Bank was hatched in there. The Federal Reserve was, Marin Eccles all hatched in the Masons. Now, this is important because I asked Bernie and Randy, I says, you got to buy it. They bought it. You can't be done, can't be done. You know, Matt Godfrey was involved there. By the way, it was $70,000. Took me 4 months. I hung from a rope and I hand chiseled in 2009. All of it could not be done. They were astonished. Oh, I did it. 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. And so, as I got it finished, they paid me in cash. What? Then they sold the building for about $1 million more than they paid for it and ran for the hills. Promised they'd put a plaque on the wall there. There's no plaque on the wall. Kevin Blanch betrayed. Well, I just put a plaque on the wall. So, Michelangelo, I came from a family of Masonics. You know, his wet nurse, Michelangelo, why are you such a great sculptor? Because my wet nurse come from a family of Masons. They didn't raise him. Then wet nurse and the father raised that boy. He taught him how to chisel. Oh. So 10,000 jobs, they betrayed me in this town. They turned their back on, this is important. I couldn't figure it out. I asked Randy, what's going on with me? What? He says, you had a lot of money raised up, you're connected bloodlines, but I didn't inherit it anyway. You did it on your own. They voted on you. I says, who voted on me? The Masons. The Council of Foreign Relations. What? What are you talking about? They voted you. Yeah. And you got blackballed. What? It's true. Yet I saved their building. The Masonic, you can see the Masonic symbol. Right now, the reason we're not shooting it very close there is because this restaurateur that's got it's got music blaring out. And so I don't want to keep her. But right there over the old courthouse there, can you see the symbol? You can see it, right, young man? Can you see the symbol? I made that. You can faintly see it. I dug it out a little deeper, but you can faintly. So I built that. So they say that supposedly a Black Lives Matters protest here. Okay. So you said you made that can for Black Lives Matter. Go get it and show this. So we were at the thing at the library, and he says, I don't even know your name. I said, we've been protesting every Tuesday over here since it happened. I said, of course you don't. It's supposed to start at 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. The street's closed off. The Ogden City Police has the streets closed off. Do you see anyone here? Young man, do you see anyone here?
No.
Somebody brought some water, and that's what they were saying. That's people's answer to the movement. They'll bring water, which is good. I think that's good. So he made this for Black Lives Matter. So, for our friend Sierra, and that beautiful black afro she has, huh? It's great. You getting one too there, little Michelangelo. You're getting quite the afro. You're getting quite the hairdo there, little Michelangelo. So I'm apprenticing this boy to be a mason. So, you want to grab your hammer and chisel? Stand right here and do some chiseling?
Yeah.
Okay, grab it. Look at this marble here. So, how old was Michelangelo when he started apprenticeship?
10,
How long did he apprentice?
3 years.
Then he went on his own, didn't he? Get right underneath the Ogden City, right there. It says Ogden City. Don't touch the brick. Nice. So the apprenticeship is on. You want to betray me? Where's the plaque on the wall? It's probably the greatest plaster job in the history. There was 4 layers of it. Nobody could save it. Oh, I saved it. There's one guy showed up. It's LeBron James.
Why did they say nobody could save it?
Because it'd been tried over a 50-year period. There were big pocks and holes in it. I did that 11 years ago. Right at the bottom you could see the discoloration. Those pits and those holes were over a foot deep all over it. What'd you do? Somebody says, did you cut out stone and bring it? No. I mixed my own secret sauce. You will never become a great master plasterer until you have your own recipes. That's the Austrian Italian apprentice that taught me. Oh, I got my own recipes, but then I got cancer and I got leukemia. And the standard examiner betrayed me because apparently I'm blackballed. So here's your fucking plaque on the wall. Stay tuned.